personal. It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
Okay. You mentioned setting up all the fighters in the gym, financially speaking, right? Like
well, it's just making sure they understand what needs to happen outside the ring.
Yeah.
So making sure that they're not just throwing money away. They're not just going out buying jewelry. They're not going out buying the fancy cars. They're not. Make sure you plan for the future.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, boxing is one of those things that window is very small.
No, it is. It is.
And a career that's not hindered by broken bones and stuff like that. Tends to be short. But anything can happen in boxing. Anything can happen. I mean, a guy's career. They're 10 years in the game. That's a lot. With an injury, that career might end up being 5 years. So you want to take advantage of the time you have in the ring, but also making sure that you're taking advantage of the opportunities you have outside the ring. Yeah. With sponsorships, making yourself marketable.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna go out there as a gangbanger, guess what? Nobody's gonna want you. Nobody's gonna want to endorse you. So it's making sure that you make yourself available to these outside factors outside of boxing, because you can make a lot more money outside of boxing than you can in boxing.
I know. I heard that.
There's a very small percentage of guys that make money in boxing. Okay, but if you can make your fighter get to the point where they're making more endorsements than they are, fighting, great. My job is done.
Yeah.
So. Making sure they have a good team around them, good managers, good
like Peter
good
Kahn.
trainers. Peter Kahn is a great manager. He makes things happen. He moves chess pieces well, and he gets guys good fights. So, but there's a lot of managers like that. But it's making sure you're with the right guy for the right fighter. So, not everybody works out together. Just like as a trainer, I've had fighters come in. We just don't have. That spark. So I'd rather tell a fighter, look, we just don't have it. I wish you well. Nothing against you, but you know what? It's you're better off going somewhere else, because if you can't jive within a team, I work as a team. It's tough. It's an individual sport, but these guys all know that they have the support of everybody else around them in this gym.
No, absolutely.
So it's not like you're new meat coming into the gym. So they come. I mean, they hang out together, they party together. They do a lot of things together. So they become a little family. So it's whoever we bring into that family has to be right for the family.
No, absolutely.
Bad apple spoils everything.
Yeah, you can't have that. But what I wanted to ask also was like, what was like? Was there anything that inspired like you, I guess, to focus on helping the fighters financially outside the ring?
I mean, it's look, it's there's a lot of things. I mean, you see what happens to fighters.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Over the years, I've gone to see a lot of guys that I've known. That were fighters that were making decent money, and they're looking for jobs. They're looking for jobs as trainers. They're looking for anything right now, just because they didn't plan for the future. We have like Christina Cruz, who she's in real estate.
Okay.
She does a lot with Airbnb. So she set herself up to make sure that she has something outside of boxing. So it's things like that where other fighters that are in camp or in that gym start saying, what, I need to do something beneficial with my money and not just spend it on that next gold watch or that next chain or something like that. Because you see a lot of these fighters. I mean, look, I'm okay with guys enjoying their money, okay? But jewelry does nothing for you.
Yeah.
So it's like buying that, next best car. Well, as soon as you drive it off that lot, that car is worth
it
lot
starts
less
depreciating.
than what you bought it for. So,
Yeah.
Put your stuff into assets that are going to increase in value, okay, and make sure you're taken care of down the road. So.
Smart, sound advice.
And that's what you try to instill in these guys, making sure they understand that, because not everybody's going to be that world champion, making top dollar. So. Once they understand that, they start making better choices.
Okay. Well, Javier, I don't want to hold you up too much longer, but any final message you want to give to the boxing world about what you guys got going on with your stable, with your fighters, anything?
Look, just look out for fighters. Again, I don't want to mention all the names, but if you follow Sweatbox, Boxing Gym, you'll get to see little tidbits of each of our fighters that that we have in camp. We have a really busy, first quarter.
I seen that.
So I have everybody in camp right now, and I have a few fighters still coming into camp, just for fights later on in the first quarter. So we're gonna have an active, first quarter. So I'm happy about that because it's, as you know, sometimes fights fall through and guys only get 1 or 2 fights a year. Well, if we can keep them active enough,
start going crazy too.
Yeah, we try to keep them active, keep them happy, and keep them in the gym and keep them out of trouble. So the longer we can keep them in that gym, we can keep them out of trouble.
There you have it. All right. Well, Javiel Centeno, stay here talking to True School Sports.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.